Alrighty, what's going on guys, I'm thesolobandit and welcome back to carx drifting online. So in today's video we're going to be doing a livery design tutorial for you guys. This one's going to be really simple, but also has a few nice little features in it which you can implement on a bunch of other cars. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Show your support by liking the video, it really does help out. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase the body kit that I'm using for this car. So the car that I am using is the Flash. For the body kit, I'm using the Street X body kit. Front headlights, I'm using the stock GT headlights. Front bumper, we are using the Slide Performance bumper. Hood, we are using the Street X hood. For the roof, we are using R&T. Side mirrors, we have on stock. For roll cage, we're using Custom Performance. Side skirts, we're using Custom Bodyworks. For the trunk, we are using D-Master. For the rear bumper, we are also using Custom Bodyworks. For the spoiler, we are using Slide Performance. For the tail lights, we're using Custom Bodyworks. And for the exhaust, we're using Custom Bodyworks as well. And for anybody interested in the wheels, we are using these wheels here under D-Spec. Alrighty, so over to the color of the car that we are going to be using. We're going to be using a candy blue color right here. The number's on the screen if you want to copy it. For the hood, we're going to be making that all black, so just candy black. And later on, when we have the rear fade color figured out what we're going to use, you want to go ahead and make your spoiler, your roll cage, and your rear bumper all the exact same color, because that will affect it. You will get a little bit where the license plate is, which will be blue, so you want to avoid that. So you just go ahead and make it the same color as what's already on the car, on the rear, which you've chosen. And for the wheels, we've gone with a chrome lip on the outside with a black insert, which is metallic. Alright, so the first layer we are going to use is a triangle. Just go ahead and grab yourself a triangle. Now this part is completely up to you. This is more of the base color of the car. So you want to go ahead and put symmetry on and extend this out, just like so. Make sure that this is covering the entirety of the rear of the car. And then go adjust this layer like so. Now I'm going to stop it around about there, just so it's touching the rear of that little lip on the, I don't know what the hell it's called, like the rear window spoiler, whatever the hell they're called, and it comes across just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose a color. So this is, like I said, completely up to you. So I'm going to go with this like a candy purpley pinkyish color. Now the easiest way when you're choosing your color for this specific design is to make sure you use one of the preset colors. That way it's easier when you're trying to match up the other colors later with the rear bumper, with the rear wing, and with the roll cage. It's easier to find, as you don't have the ability to use these same colors like you do if you use the custom colors. Go ahead and plonk that down just like so. Now the next thing we want to go ahead and do is go and grab ourselves a fade. So just jump into this category right here. Now there's a few options you can use here. You can use where is it? You can use this one here. You can use this one, and there's a few others as well, but I'm going to use this one here because it's what I used last time, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it the same. Go ahead and change it to the same color, and then extend it out like so. Put on the symmetry, and then bring it so then the line, if you put it too far out like this, you can see there's a bit of a gap there, but also if you go too far this way, you'll see the line. So you want the line to become almost invisible, just like that. If you want, you can extend it out even more. And now you have this nice little fade on the side. It looks really nice on the side, but on the top, it looks pretty hideous, right? And on the rear. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that real quick. So we're gonna head over here and grab ourselves a square. Put on the same color, and we're going to bring that up all the way up until that line disappears. Not up here, because obviously it's going to screw that up, but we want to bring it down just so it disappears off that little rear lip on the window there, just like so. Oh, bit of a mistake there. You need to watch out for that. You can see how it kind of catches on the front lip there. So to avoid that, you want to go back into here and look up a little bit and use your projection just like so. You might have to readjust this to bring this up again to about there. but now that's no longer a problem on the front lip there. So nice and tidy, right? Looks really good. Okay, so once you've done that, what you want to do now is you want to head out of the editor here, head back into Paint, and then match all of the previous parts I talked about earlier up to this. So you want to change the rear bumper, you want to change the engine bay as well to the same color, the rear wing, and the roll cage to the color of the rear of the car. It might be a little bit tricky, it might take you some time, so if you want to try and make it a little bit easier on yourself, try choosing an easier color which is more common, so it's not as difficult to match these colors up, if you know what I mean. Alrighty, there we go. So it took me a little bit of time. It's not quite the same, but that's probably the most trickiest part. But you can go back and just adjust it, because when you're in the lobbies, the light does actually change the look of the car. So it's easier to pick out those imperfections and fix them later on. But I'm liking the way it's looking, so we're going to go head over to the next part of the livery design. So the next part that we're going to work on is the roof and the hood. So once again, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a square, like so. And you can probably guess what we're going to do here. Going to extend this across, and then all the way up, and then go ahead and adjust this just a little bit. Plonk that down. I'm going to keep it white for now, just so I can see what I'm doing. Actually, no, I'm going to make that black. So I'm going to go ahead and make this candy black. So now it's going to show all of the pieces that I need to go ahead and fix up and fill in. Now you might see a little bit of a glitchiness on the top there, where you can see the color sticking through. I don't know why it does that, so you're just going to have to kind of just deal with that. But we want to go ahead and fill in all of the gaps, besides from that little wing on the back there. I can actually see an adjustment I need to make. Let me bring this up just a tad, there we go. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and, like I said, fill in all of those gaps. Now, you can use literally anything you want for this stage. There's no specific order or specific thing you have to use. Let's go ahead and throw in symmetry to show you how easy this is, alright? And I'm going to put 2 layers here. I'm going to tilt it, just like so. And then go ahead and make them all the same color. Just like that. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and readjust those layers and figure out which ones need to go out a little bit more. So that's the front done. Now we need to go ahead and touch up the rear end of the car. It can be a little bit finicky, this part, so I do apologize for that. But once you get it figured out, it's pretty easy. It honestly is. Alrighty, there we go. So it looks nice and tidy now. There is actually a slight little gap on the roof there. It's kind of bugging me, but we don't have to worry about that. We're going to fix that up anyway. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to one of the new liveries in the game. So go over to CX, sorry, my bad. Head all the way over to the right until you find this one right here. Go ahead and extend this up as high as you can, and then out until it's covering all of the black. Just like so. Just like that. Then what you want to go ahead and do is grab yourself this layer right here. Go back to your star label or icon. Head all the way over to the right and grab this one right here. Flick it around. Oh, that looked trippy, didn't it? And then go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and make this a different color first so I can see what I'm doing. I always recommend doing that. Always use a color that you're not using. That way it's easier to figure out what the hell you're doing on the screen. Go ahead and just cover up that mark right there. That should be good. And then match it to the other color as before. Change this to metallic, just metallic black. And boom, you have a carbon fiber roof. Nice and simple. You don't have to have a million layers like some YouTubers put on theirs, where they say, oh, this is how you do it. And there's like a billion layers you've got, and it takes up half of the editor mode, and you haven't got room for anything else. Maybe 1 or 2 stickers. Doesn't look the best, isn't very efficient, and this definitely helps out big time. So that's really, really easy. You can do that as well on the hood, but we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so for the hood, what we're going to do is we are going to, wrong button. We're going to head over to this category right here, between the triangle and the flame. And we are going to grab this right here. Bring this down. Now before we do anything, I'm going to look slightly on a direction like that and click it. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and bring it out to the corners. Now you don't have to have it right on the corners because we're going to have liveries on the hood anyway, but you want to make sure that the back of the hood there is at least covered and it's extending down somewhat to this point here. Okay, so what you want to go ahead and do now is change this to hologram and just make it the darkest color that you can. And it's going to give you this cool effect on the hood, which looks really, really nice. Okay, so after you've done that, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to head over to this category right here. Head all the way over to the right and grab this livery right here. Turn it onto the side, flick on symmetry, and adjust the size. So I'm going to have this around about there. Bring it up more. Just keep kind of moving it around until it's into the right position there. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. And then kind of just plonk that down right there. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to duplicate that layer, bring it up, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Try and keep the width the same if you can. And try and push that somewhere about there. And then once you've got that in place, bring that layer under that layer right there. So that's your hood pretty much done. We'll add all of the stickers at the very, very end, but that's pretty much the hood and the top done. The base of the car looks really, really nice, really, really clean. Nothing to it, right? Okay, so onto the sides. We're going to stay in this category right here. Head all the way over to the right. We're going to be using pretty much all of these ones right here, these 4, for the liveries on the side. So going to grab this big one right here. Extend that out. So you want to touch the bottom of the side skirt and just under the windows of the side doors there. And extend it out. Adjust it so it's in the right angle. Bring it out somewhere like so. I think that'll be good right there. Make sure you got symmetry on. Go back into the same category and you want to grab yourself we're going to grab this one right here. We're going to flip it around the other way. And we're just going to fill in that gap. You want to make sure everything flows in the same, or somewhat in the same direction, right? You don't want it being all weird and doesn't really fit in, or else it's going to look strange. So something like that. Go back into that same layer once again. Go and grab this layer. And we're going to put that on the top. Go ahead and extend it. Pardon me, I keep burping. I've got gastro, so it's not been fun over the last few days, so I apologize for the random burps and stuff like that. And we're just going to go ahead and put that maybe somewhere like there. It should be okay for now. Go back into that layer again. Head back over to that corner. Going to grab this one this time. And this one's going to go... yeah, maybe thin it out a little bit so it kind of fits the same size as the other ones. Extend it out a bit. And we might actually make it a little bit bigger so it fits into that gap there. Yeah, something like that. And then once again, back into that same category again. Go down. I'm going to use this one again. Once again, flip it and extend it out. And just try and get it to fit into that gap right there. Get the same angles going. And boom. We're pretty much done with the livery. Oh, and also make sure, I forgot, turn on symmetry so you've got it on both sides of the car. Make sure they're all on. There we go. Nice and simple. Okay, so the car pretty much is done with the base livery design. I'm actually going to make an adjustment right here. Pull that down to make it a little bit thinner. Just like so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add stickers on the bottom of the side skirt front bumper, but nothing on the rear bumper. And we're going to go ahead and add stickers onto the little grates on the hood there. It looks really nice. And then add a few other things here and there as well. So the stickers are very, very simple. You don't have to use the stickers I'm using. You can use any sticker you want, but you want to make sure that the stickers you want to make sure that the theme is pretty much the same, the consistency with the stickers is the same. You don't want to have like a random blue sticker on here, then a random green one. It's just not going to fit. So, you know, use your brain, try and match all the colors up with what is already on the car. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw on some random stickers here. You guys can go ahead and do any sticker you want to use, but doesn't have to be in a specific order. And I'll show you guys what it looks like after I've got all the stickers on. Alright, so like I said, just a few stickers, nothing too crazy. I'm not a massive fan of just sticker bombing the heck out of cars. It's just not my thing. So with that out of the way, you can go ahead and adjust the colors from here on out. Now that I know that most of them are going to be around about the same with what I can change with the colors, you can adjust them from there. I actually like it having them white, so I'm going to leave them white, and we're going to move on to the next step here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a few small little details to the car, just so it's a little bit more out there, if you know what I mean, and not just so simple. So I'm going to go grab this right here, and put this on the window, extend it out, make sure it's straight, duplicate it, and then I want to make the top layer just a black. Oh, that's hologram. Just a candy black. Just like so. Grab the bottom layer, pull it out from underneath just a little bit, and then I want to change the color of this to the purple that I'm using on the car. Just like that. Nice and simple, looks really, really nice. Go ahead and throw a sticker on that. Let's just go ahead and just grab any odd sticker. Like I said, doesn't really matter. Alrighty, there we go, stickers on there, just like so. Nice and simplistic. You can even add a few other things if you want to. I think I might add, where is it? I saw a bit of writing earlier, which looked pretty cool. Something like this, you know, just chuck this on the side here. Just to give it that feeling, you know what I mean? Just go in ahead and extend that out a little bit. Just something like that. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy. Alrighty, so let's give this thing some tints, some proper tinted windows. So I'm going to head over to this category right here again. I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's get the back window done first. So just go grab a square for the back window. Go and plonk that on there, just like so. Make sure it's just covering that back window. Put that down. I'm going to grab a, I could probably use a square again for the rear, for the sides, right here. And I will put the layer on so it copies to the other side. Now for this side, I'm going to use another square. Actually, I'm going to use this right here. Just extend that out, just cover this all up. Nice and easy, just like that. Alright, and for the driver's door, we're just going to go ahead and grab any odd shape. Now, you can match it up to the actual shape of the door if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I don't think it's too much of an issue. I'm going to go ahead and flip that, just like so. And put it somewhere like that. Yeah, somewhere like there. Then what you want to go ahead and do is go to the rear window and change the color. So I'm going to go ahead and make it candy. Go over to the editor and change the transparency of it. And just bring it down to, I don't know, something like that. And then go ahead and do the same thing for all of the other ones. Now it looks like you've got your window down right there. You've got the back covered. Looks nice, right? Well, I think it looks nice anyway. Now, finish it off. I'm going to add a few more little details. Now, this is all personal preference from here on out. You don't have to add this. This is just for like cosmetic look, to make it look like it's actually been on a track. It's got some sort of damage to it. You can probably guess what I'm already about to do. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, where are you? I know it's in this one somewhere. This one. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. Just going to go ahead and try and get it as circular as possible. And put it somewhere like there. duplicate that layer. I'm going to twist it and put a little bit there and put a little bit there. Go ahead and add this layer right here. I'm going to go ahead and just make that a little bit smaller just so it sticks out kind of like that. And then I'm going to add it in somewhere like there and maybe there. Go ahead and make sure all of these layers, oh, I need to get rid of that layer. Make sure all of these layers are on transparency, or symmetry, sorry. Just like that. So it should be like that on the other side as well. I'm also going to add in a little bit of damage. Now I will color them in a second, so just give me a minute, but I'll tell you what color we're going to make them. So I'm going to give it a little bit of damage, so I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to put this on the rear quarter. Scale this down a little bit. Now I'm only doing this on one side. Try and bring that up a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to bring this layer under all of these ones here. Or just at least until it goes under the livery. Just like, actually, yeah, under the livery. Kind of like we've covered it up. Just like so. And I'm going to do this one. I'm going to make it purple, but I'm going to slightly change the color a little bit. So I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to make it a little bit more brighter. Just like that. It gives it a little bit of damage. You know, you don't notice it at first, but it's the small things that really make cars pop, in my opinion. So with that done, I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and I'm going to do some, where are ya? Where the heck are ya? There we go. So I'm going to come into this one here. I think it's this one. Nope, looks like I'm making it myself then. Okay, that's all good. I can't find it. We're going to go over to this one here, over to the star. Going to head all the way over. Oh, no, not the star. Where the hell is it? Is it this one? Ah, it's this one. We want to grab this one here. Bring this down to the exhaust. Adjust it. Now, I don't like having this dead on straight, so I like to have that somewhere along there. Then I want to go ahead and grab this one, place this over top, just get it so it kind of covers the corners there, and then I want to make all of those colors matte black. Alrighty, there you go guys, hopefully you enjoy this build. Right, before I end this video, I'm going to jump into a room real quick and just showcase what it looks like in game. Alrighty, there we go guys, hopefully you enjoy this build. I'm about to go and jump off now and go have a sleep because I'm a little bit under the weather. I've got gastro, so I've been spewing out of both ends, if you know what I mean. Not a pretty sight, right? But anyway, I'm going to end the video, get this all done and dusted and uploaded today hopefully, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.